Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey, we're glad you're with us. Do want to thank our friends from the Kitchen Flooring Design Center. You need kitchens or your floors or your bathrooms. They've done it all for us. Gosh, the closets are fantastic. Go check them out on Southside Boulevard. You'll be glad you did. With Lauren Brooks and Hayes Carline, Andrew Gibson as well. I'm Frank Frangie. Thanks for being part of our program. We got some fun giveaways coming up later on today, including 2 tickets to see our movie night, Major League. And we'll tell you how they're giving those away. And I got something a little special, different I'm doing with that today, too.
Nice. And I also have 3 pairs of tickets to give away to see Cole Swindell.
Oh, man, all kind of good
next
stuff
year.
coming. Yes, that's all good. You've interviewed him, Cole Swindell.
I have interviewed Cole
Good
Swindell.
guy? Good dude?
He's a great
Good
guy.
dude.
Absolutely.
Mid-season report. Jags MVP. All 4 of us are going to go around the room a little bit. I'm going to let you start, Andrew Gibson, out of the – by the way, I have not asked you about the App State loss. Was it a dagger?
It was. Our field goal kicker missed a 29-yarder, and we lost by a field goal.
Was that at the end, Gib, like to win the game?
Yeah, it wasn't to win the game, but it was late in the game, second half.
29-yarder. Wow. Lost to Georgia Southern.
Yep.
So still having a great year, though. So, all right. Off the top of your head, Gib, MVP for the first half MVP.
I think it's Leonard Fournette. He leads the AFC in rushing. If this offense didn't have Leonard Fournette, they do have a capable backup in Raquel Armstead, but he's a rookie, and I just think that what Fournette has given this offense makes him the MVP.
Hayes Carline, who hails from the Bowl School on San Jose Boulevard.
I'm going to go with a guy who's no longer in the starting lineup. I'm going to say Gardner Minshew was the first half MVP. For him to come in the circumstances that he did and go 4-3 as a starter, and really played great in one of the losses to Carolina, scored 27 points on the road. I'm going to say Gardner Minshew, first half MVP. The Jaguars still have a chance, largely because of him.
Former outside hitter from St. Josephine Middle School, Lauren Brooks.
I'm going to go with DJ Chark, the wide receiver in his second year. 43 catches, 692 yards. That's an average of 16.1 yards per catch, 6 touchdowns. While Fournette and Minshew are great choices, and I certainly thought about them, I think he has been the offensive explosion that this team needed.
All 3 are great choices. And if I had gone first, second, or third, I might have taken any of those. But since they're already gone, I'll go with the guy that I think has breathed life back into Saxonville, and that's Josh Allen. I think he has become the guy with the stupid skills that I felt like they lost when they lost Jalen Ramsey, who has stupid skills. Jalen Ramsey has skills you're not supposed to have. Josh Allen has skills you're not supposed to have. Already 7 sacks, and he'd have had another one. He couldn't get Deshaun Watson on the ground. So so I'll go with Josh Allen. So Leonard Fournette, Gardner Minshew, DJ Chark, Josh Allen. Those are 4, right? That's the beauty of those. The beauty of the 4 we chose. Other than maybe Fournette, none were ones that you would expect to get what I just said. None of the – if I'd have asked you in the middle of July to name the midseason MVP, think about it, okay? If I'd have said the middle of July, give me who you think will be a midseason MVP, we might have guessed Fournette, Gibby, to your point, because Fournette's been awesome. We might have guessed him. Never would have guessed the other 3, including DJ Chark. We weren't even sure DJ Chark could catch. Remember that last year? We knew he was a special athlete and he played hard because he was a great gunner. But if the best thing you can say about your highly drafted wide receiver is that he's a good gunner, that's a problem, right? So we didn't know about him. Josh Allen, we thought in time would be a good player. At no point did I think he would be tracking a 15-sack season halfway through the season. Did you?
No.
That's where he's trending. No, but nobody saw that. Not this. We weren't even sure how much they'd play him. Remember, it was going to be only a nickel, and he was the backup to Ngakoue. So nobody saw that. And call me nutty, but I'm going to say we didn't expect Gardner Minshew to start 8 games and be really good. So that's the thing. Of the 4 we just chose, all of which were good choices, of the 4 we just chose, Hayes, 3 of them we never would have chosen if you'd asked us to do this before the season.
Never would have chosen it. And the other thing is, Gardner going 4-4 as a starter, Josh Allen having the 7 sacks, Fournette's great numbers, Chark's great numbers. What do all those guys have in common? They're all on their rookie deal. I mean, 2 of them are rookies. Leonard Fournette's in his 3rd year, so he has another year next year on his to finish up his rookie contract. And then you've got DJ Chark, who's in his 2nd year of a 4-year deal. So when you talk about the promise that this team has going beyond this year, they've got a lot of really great young talent that it should only get better.
If Gibby had gone Minshew, who would you have taken?
Fournette.
Okay.
If I'd have gone first, I'd have taken Fournette.
Yeah.
But Gibby went first. If I'd have gone first, I'd have taken Fournette. I think Fournette has been such a rock for this team. But the point is, all four were pretty good. Think about this. Chark was one of our four, which he should have been. If we went four deep, which is kind of what we had to do,
Right.
we got the right four. Chark, Lauren, he was playing in late preseason games. That's how unsure we were what he had, right? He was playing late in the preseason. Nobody that they expected anything from, other than rookies, were going to play in the late preseason games. So those are four. So we feel pretty good about those four. I will tell you this, from what my guys tell me, that watch it really close, as good as Minshew has been, as good as Josh Allen has been, as much hope as they have in Quincy Williams, and make no mistake, they have high hopes in him. The best performing rookie has probably been Juwan Taylor. He has been really good. You know how you know he's been really good? Because he's an offensive lineman and nobody's talked about him. If you're an offensive lineman, is like an umpire in baseball or an official in sports. You know what you want to be? The guy nobody talks about, right? He has been. Baselli told me. Baselli knows a little bit about offensive line play. Baselli told me in London. He said, "This guy is a freaking stud," and nobody's talking about him. Hayes, he might be the best rookie. Now, again, Josh Allen has all the sacks. Minshew is fantastic. They both play high-profile positions. Nobody talks a lot about your right tackle. But, boy, has Juwan Taylor been good for this team.
He has, and that's one thing that I think is an offensive lineman at right tackle. If you can be good for the first 9 games of your career, you're going to be good. Like, I could see Minshew getting exposed a little bit, never really coming back. I don't expect that to happen, but you could see it. We're seeing that now with some younger quarterbacks in the league that are regressing. Baker Mayfield tops on the list. So I don't know that's there. Josh Allen, I think, is going to be really good. But even Josh Allen, I think, okay, you think that he's going to be great. Quincy, I think will be there as well. Juwan Taylor, I mean, he has already played the 9 toughest games of his career. And he's done great. So I don't think there will be any regression with Juwan Taylor. It will just be, can he continue to stay healthy? But if he stays healthy, there's not going to be any counterpunch that Juwan Taylor has to endure and overcome. He has already gone up against 5 Pro Bowl defensive ends. So right tackle is solved. I honestly think, depending on what kind of a second half Cam Robinson has, if Juwan Taylor keeps this up, and Cam Robinson either can't stay healthy or, his play suffers, I got to at least consider in the offseason, can Juwan Taylor play left tackle?
Yeah, now I don't know if he is a left tackle. I mean, he was a right tackle the whole time in college.
But there's no reason to think he couldn't do it.
Yeah, and
he is the fittest offensive lineman they have.
Yeah, and I don't know enough, Hayes, about the intricacies of what would make you better at one than not at the other. Obviously, our thoughts over the years, the left tackle's the lean, athletic guy, and the right tackle's the big, physical, run-blocking, mauling guy. That's a stereotype, true or not, but that's what we've always thought. Whether or not that qualifies here, I do know this. Juwan Taylor played right tackle the whole time at Florida. Martez Ivey played left tackle. They never moved him. One time, the year before he came out, in McElwain's last year, they moved Juwan to left tackle and moved Ivey inside the guard, and he wasn't very good. But he wasn't playing for Hevesy then either. Hevesy, who made him a almost first-round draft pick. But he has been fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do wonder, in the second half of the season, does the platooning of the right guards continue, or does Doug Marrone finally settle on one and roll with it?
It does seem like Can's been the better of the two. I didn't expect that. I thought when they moved Richardson there to compete with Can, it was saying they're not super happy with Can and that ultimately Will would win the job. Didn't you think that?
Yeah.
I think Can has probably been the better of the two plays. He's played more plays, significantly
He has.
more, right?
It was weird because the ratio for the first time really sort of went deep in favor of A.J. Can against the Jets, and it was almost like he played 2 of every 3 snaps. And then it sort of made you wonder, is that where they're going with this going into London? But then it went back to being closer to 50-50. Can played 37 snaps. Richardson played 30 snaps. So it will be interesting to see coming out of the bye if they maybe this is the week they can really self-scout and get into some things. They don't have to prep for an opponent. right guard could be an area where he comes out on Monday and says, we've looked at this really hard, and A.J. Can's the starter.
Let me give you 2 or 3 more guys. A.J. Boye has been really good. Through all the stuff, he quietly, calmly watched all the Jalen stuff happen, understated or soft-spoken guy, moved to the number 1 spot, and has been really good. Okay, he's been really good. I think the safeties have been good. I think the 2 safeties have been pretty good players for them. I think better than I thought they'd be. Do you feel like that? I thought safety might be a liability because they lost Gibson and Church. I don't think it has been. Do you sense it has been?
Well, I think Harrison's better than Church, but I don't know that Wilson's better than Gibb. So Wilson is still he's been okay, and they love his communication. So that might turn an okay into pretty good. But maybe this is unfair, but I do expect the free safety to make some sort of plays on the ball. And I'm talking in the air. He had a great forced fumble. That was incredible effort at Wembley to force that turnover. But you'd like to see more of a presence in the air from Jared Wilson. And to me, I don't see a lot of that. Maybe that comes in the second half. Just as he develops, he's still really a first-year starter. Ronnie Harrison, I think, is going to be awesome. I mean, he's on pace for 92 tackles, 4 forced fumbles, 4 picks, or 4 fumble recoveries. I'm seeing big plays out of Ronnie Harrison, so I really like what they have at strong safety. Just wish at free safety there'd be a little bit more playmaking, and if there isn't, again, with 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks, I would not be surprised if free safety is going to be pretty high up on their board.
It's way more fun to talk about the positive, but the team is 4-5. So, who has been the most disappointing Jaguars player to this point in the season?
Good question. Disappointing player. I don't know if I can think of one that jumps off the page. Disappointing aspect for me. Stuffing the run. So is that linebackers? Does that mean Does that mean either the defensive tackles or linebackers aren't playing as well? I would think that. The 2 areas that concern me the most are red zone offense and stopping the run on defense. Those are, if you ask me for 2 things. But red zone offense is the quarterback, but there's no way I can say Gardner Minshew's been disappointing. I think he was a godsend given the situation they were in, right? So I don't know that I can find one. I'm disappointed in the tight end position.
Sure.
But it's not Josh Oliver's fault that he's been hurt, and it's not James O'Shaughnessy's fault that he got hurt. So I think I'm concerned about that position. I'm concerned about red zone offense. But I don't know that I can identify, and I'm not trying to duck it because I'm the team guy here, but I don't know that I can look at one guy and go, oh, boy, he hadn't been as good as I thought. How about you? Anybody?
Yeah, I tried to come up with some. I guess I would have to say one of the defensive tackles because, right, the run defense hasn't been there.
Jalen Ramsey for me by a wide margin.
I did think about him,
call.
too.
Great call. Great call.
I mean, here we're sitting in August talking about how, won't it be great when we go to Canton for Jalen Ramsey's induction in 20 years.
Yeah, good point.
And the guy completely stabbed us all in the back and got out of town.
Let's talk college hoop when we come back. A lot of teams played last night. Gators, Ospreys, JU Dolphins. Florida State plays tonight. They've got an awfully good team as well. A little college hoop talk. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings' studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Ernie Palmer Toyota 1010XL Weekly Pick'em Game offers 16 weekly winners a chance to compete against each other in the regular season finale with a 2019 Crew Max Toyota Tundra on the line. Are you Jacksonville's smartest fan? Enter and find official game rules at 1010XL.com. Here's what's happening in Bulldog Country. The Georgia Bulldog Report. Brought to you by Culhane's Irish Pub on Atlantic Boulevard and in Tinseltown.
Jake Fromm and Lawrence Cager helped the Bulldogs win their 3rd straight over the Gators in Jacksonville.
Fromm sets up all day to throw. Downfield. He's got Cager. 28, 20, 10, 5. Give him 6. Touchdown.
Scott Howard with the call on your home for Georgia football. 92.5 FM.
Calling all Georgia Bulldogs. Anya here from Culhane's Irish Pub in Atlantic Beach and the new location at Tinseltown. Hunker down every Saturday to watch your Georgia Bulldogs while enjoying authentic Irish cuisine and $5 pints from Ruby Beach Brewing. With over 24 beers on tap and dog specials all Saturday long, it's your Bulldog home at the beaches in Tinseltown this fall. Culhane's Irish Pub delivers 5-star class with 5-star staff. Visit culhanesirishpub.com. Go Dog!
Brilliant!
Hey, folks, you know what was the longest running show ever at Broadway's Plymouth Theater? Well, I'll tell you. Jekyll and Hyde the Musical. And it is now at Alhambra Theater and Dining. You're going to love it. You know the story. It's a tale of two men, one a doctor, passionate romantic, the other a terrifying madman. You know the story of Jekyll and Hyde. It is really, really a good musical. You know they do a great job at Alhambra. The food is fantastic. The musical, the plays are fantastic. Plenty of parking. It's all free. On-site parking. Easy to get to on Beach Boulevard, just off of I-295. Head there today. 3-course meal that you're absolutely going to love. Jekyll and Hyde the Musical will be there till around Thanksgiving weekend, I think the week or so before. Don't miss your opportunity. Call 641-1212 or log on to alhambrajacks.com for tickets.
Come see the new showroom and new displays at the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center, located on Southside Boulevard across from Tinseltown. The friendly, experienced group of interior designers will help you transform your home. They specialize in kitchen design, bath design, and closet design. The Kitchen and Flooring Design Center is used by many builders, home remodelers, and assisted living communities in Jacksonville. Plus, you'll find brands like Timberlake, Doll Tile, Mohawk, Craftmade, Cambria, Legacy, and tons more. Head to floorsandkitchen.com or stop by the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center today.
Gentlemen, discover the new medical treatment that Viagra doesn't want you to know about. I'm Bradley I with Synergenics Elite Health, and we offer GainsWave. It's a simple 20-minute in-office procedure. GainsWave is non-invasive, and it restores the poor blood flow that causes ED. Stop popping pills and scheduling intimacy. Call 904-500-5500. Consultations are free. Mention this radio station for $150 off your first treatment. Call Synergenics Elite Health at 904-500-5500 to learn about the GainsWave ED treatment today.
Stream Song, the ultimate buddy golf experience. 3 nights, 3 courses, 1 extraordinary golf experience. With the Stream Song Tour Package, you'll play 3 of the most highly acclaimed and widely pursued courses in the game today. Stream Song Black, Red, and Blue. The package includes 3 nights luxury guest room accommodation, 1 round on Stream Song Red, Blue, and Black, breakfast each day, and your choice of restaurants. To book your Stream Song Tour Package, please call 855-329-1936.
Dave Benyon here with Zero Res. My favorite part of the holidays is being with the people I love the most. Do you have someone special coming to visit you this holiday season? Do you want everything to look and feel just perfect? We at Zero Res would love to come help you do just that. We can clean your carpets, area rugs, tile and grout, sofas and chairs, and even clean and seal your granite countertops. Our schedule's filling up fast, so call us today. Right now, get your carpets cleaned for only $43 per room. And be sure to ask about the deal on tile and grout. Zero Res spelled forward and backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Pet Paradise is a comprehensive pet care provider offering boarding, day camp, grooming, and veterinary services. Pet Paradise has state-of-the-art resorts that offer safe, clean, and fun environment for 4-legged guests and peace of mind for their owners. Pet Paradise has 5 North Florida locations, including 1 at the Jacksonville Airport. It's open 24/7. Visit them today, petparadise.com. Pet Paradise is the official pet service provider for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
He's not Captain Crunch. He's Captain Kevin Faber.
Dude, that's a big fish.
The Moe's Southwest Grill fishing forecast.
That's big.
Thursday nights at 8. Brought to you by Ring Power, MyBookie, and Marine Max on 1010XL AM.
All year long you'll be singing our song. Stay cooler with Bueller. At the head of our class, we make it happen fast. Stay cooler with Bueller. For heating and air, we always play fair. We make the difference because we really care. Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
John's Auto has been in Jacksonville for 32 years. That doesn't happen by cheating customers. At John's Auto, their reputation is in its work. top quality for a lower price. It's full service at John's Auto. Brake, shocks, alignment, transmission, front end repair, tires, and they specialize in AC repair, whether it's the repair itself or getting your AC coolant checked. John's Auto, Arlington Road. Call 743-3857, a family-owned business.
Like many football fans in Jacksonville, I love defense. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to tell you that defense in the courtroom is important as well. That's because penalties for DUI are much more serious than penalties on the gridiron. If you or someone you know is facing a DUI, call us for a free case analysis now. Know before you blow 858-9818. Put my more than 20 years of experience to work for you. Office is Jacksonville, serving all surrounding counties. Call 858-9818 or go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com.
When you're buying or selling commercial real estate, you want the best rate of return. Closing costs can affect your purchase or sale. That's why Pantheon Realty Group's special offer gives back to you. Buying or selling, they'll partner with you by allocating up to 20% of their brokerage fees to help pay for your closing costs. This is a unique and special offer, so visit PantheonRealtyGroup.com for the details or call today at 410-0313. Pantheon Realty Group.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on The Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Yeah, you got every guy in here spinning around, spilling their beer. I bet you came out to have a good time. So what you say we leave your friends with mine?
Little Cole Swindell for you on this Kitchen Flooring Design Center Wednesday. And that would be because Cole Swindell is coming to Daly's Place Friday, April 17th. He's coming with Hardy and Trey Landon. If you would like to attend that show, be caller number 4 right now at 641-1010. This is the first of our 3 pairs of tickets that we are giving away. And don't worry, if you don't win them, you can go to Ticketmaster.com this Friday at 10 a.m. and you can buy some yourself. And also, we might have an extra pair to give away on Friday. Stay tuned. But certainly, it's going to be a fantastic show. Hardy is a guy that came up kind of out of nowhere and recently has been doing a ton of duets with a lot of the country folk, and it sounds fantastic. So that's going to be a super fun show. Again, that's Friday, April 17th at Daly's Place, and the tickets go on sale this Friday at Ticketmaster.com.
And there go the phones. So they are lighting up. So you're going to go see the winner, goes to see Cole Swindell. Later on in the program, I'm going to give away 2 tickets to our movie night, which I'm very excited about. We're showing the movie Major League. It's next Tuesday. We're going to do our show from there, from the San Marco Theater. We're doing our show from there. In addition to doing our show from there, we're going to have a glove drive. We're asking you to bring gloves. We would prefer a new glove for a kid. They're $9 at Walmart. And so we can give away gloves if you can. If you have some old gloves in your garage, we'll take those too. We don't want bats, cleats, balls, hats, catcher's gear. We have a lot of that. We don't need that. We don't want trophies. We want gloves. So it's a glove drive. I want to be very clear about that. But that's part of it. And then we're gonna have a kind of our own little happy hour from 6 to 7 and have fun and kind of hang out. And then show the movie Major League that Hayes and I both watched 7,468 times a piece. And so it's you'll have a blast. And we're going to have a big time. And Lauren, what do they get? It's $50 and they get
$50, and then they get food, drinks, and of course they get to see the movie. And all of the proceeds go to Walk Up Charity.
What's the food?
You told me quesadillas and pizza?
Quesadillas and pizza, that's what it is.
I don't forget food. If you tell me once, I will remember forever.
So that's what I did not remember. That's
you know what drink we need to serve, Hayes?
The sunrise.
Sunshine. Close enough. You're the one who named it, but either way, that's fine. Sunrise is too close to tequila sunrise. That's already been taken.
Is that the one you
It's
you
the
came
one
up
I
with? Yeah.
invented. I'm super proud of it. And somebody tweeted to me that he has enjoyed it already. It was fantastic. So I highly recommend it. And I think I should bring some champagne and some lemonade next Tuesday night.
Let me tell you what I'm going to do right now.
I need some sunshine.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
do. But let me tell you what I'm going to do. And we've got some tickets. Tickets are going well. We have some tickets left over. So I'm going to do this right now. I thought about this. It may be corny or goofy, but I don't care. I'm going to do it. What I notice when we have these clinics, Lauren's at every clinic. Hayes, you've come out and seen our clinics. And what I notice more than anything else, and this has just struck me, I don't know why, but these we bring, to get 180 kids out there, or 150 kids, we have 8 to 10 classes of third graders. So the class comes out, and the teachers they stay with their class. So if there's a class of 20 or 22, the teacher stays, Mrs. Jones stays with them and goes and helps them. It's because it's a field trip, right?
Right.
And I've noticed this, and what I've noticed is how freaking awesome the teachers are. Have you noticed?
Oh, of course.
How unbelievable! I'm serious.
All motivating.
Motivating, and they're teaching our youth here, okay? And I sometimes worry or wonder, are we doing enough for our teachers? I don't think they make enough money. Even with the new bill that's either going through or has gone through, they don't make enough money. They just don't. They are carving the future of our country. I know it's cliche, but it's what I believe. So are we doing enough for our teachers? So here's what I did. And it's a little thing, but you do what you can do. I just wrote a $1,000 check. These aren't comps or freebies. I wrote a $1,000 check to my own charity, to our charity, okay, to buy 20 tickets, okay, 20 tickets. And I'm going to give those right now. I'm going to give you a phone number. I want to give those away to 20 teachers.
I love it.
Now, not necessarily a substitute. I mean, someone that's a full-time teacher, Duval County, Clay County, St. John's, Nassau, I don't care where you are, private or public, I don't care which it is. It can be anywhere from kindergarten up through high school, okay? I'm going to take your word for it, but I'm going to give you a phone number to call, okay? This phone number to call, and do it within the next couple hours. I don't know if anyone will even take advantage of this. If we don't get 20, that's okay too.
Something tells me they will.
904-568-0495. I don't want to do it here at the radio station because Gibby's got enough to worry. I don't want Gibby to have to deal with it. He's got a show to run. So 904-568-0495. One more time, 904-568-0495. Going to take the first 20 teachers to come be our guests on Tuesday night. Only call if you can come, by the way. You're going to hang out with us. I'm going to get to know you. Tell me about the classes you teach. I don't care what age group it is. I don't care where, public or private. Full-time teachers. I want to buy, with my money, this is with my money, I want to buy 20 tickets to our night. I'm really excited about this. So 20 tickets to these teachers who were so freaking awesome with these kids, and you're carving our future. So the first 20 to call that number are coming to hang out with us on Tuesday night. Won't that be cool?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that'll be cool. So you're the real stars. And so, again, one more time. Don't call it unless you're a teacher. Don't call it unless you're coming. But 904-568-0495. I want the teachers, if you'll be so kind, is to call, give your name, just give your name, and then just show your driver's license or whatever when you get there. On Tuesday night, we're going to hang out. We're going to give away some tickets. It's a movie night. It's a walk-off charities thing. We're going to watch the movie Major League. By the way, if you haven't watched the movie Major League, two things. What in the world are you thinking? And B, you're going to have the time of your life. So it's really a fun thing. So, again, that's the number to call. If you're a teacher, please call that number and let us treat you.
I can't believe it's almost here. It's Tuesday night.
Yeah, and if we get 20 of them, I may get one of my knucklehead buddies to buy more tickets to give to teachers. but for now, that's what we're going to do. Please call the number, 904-568-0495. I can't believe it's almost here either. I'm really
and if a
excited.
teacher wants to bring someone with them, that person just needs to buy a ticket?
Yeah, unless it's another teacher.
Okay,
yeah, but
sounds good.
if that person can buy a ticket, that's exactly right. If it's another teacher, but this is for teachers only. So you got the number. So that'll be fun. Something I thought about. Basketball last night. Overview of the Florida Gator basketball team. What jumped out at you? What didn't? Give me your big picture here.
Well, I think they've got. I'm going to stay away from where the season's going to go. They certainly. I mean, they're preseason 6, so certainly they have the Final Four potential. I didn't see anything last night that tells me that they're overranked. The thing I came away with is I'll start with Blackshear because I have not seen a player that dynamic play for Florida since Horford and Noah. Everything he does is effortless. And this is my first impression. I didn't see him at Virginia Tech enough to really lock in on him. And again, he's playing against, this isn't, he's not playing Kentucky, and I understand that. But everything he does looks effortless to me. He had one play that stood out to me. He's at the top of the key and throws a beautiful pass to the baseline that resulted in a easy dunk. It might have been to Lewis. It wasn't on the one where Lewis got a little cramp, but his passing really jumps out. And he can score in a variety of ways. I mean, he's great rebounding it and just putting it back in. He shot a 3. He's got a very versatile attack, in terms of how he can score, Florida has not had easy points in the paint in years. He is going to give that to them every single game that he plays. But I go down the list and I see, even beyond Blackshear, I see 6 other guys that look to me like they can be stars at this level. Nebhart, Locke, Keontae, Mann, Lewis, and Payne. Payne was sensational for 13 minutes. And you hit the nail on the head with that, because I do wonder, I kind of feel like their best starting 5 will be Locke comes out and Keontae Johnson comes out, and you see Scotty Lewis go in and Omar Payne go in.
No question.
Yeah.
That should be the 5 for me. Should be Nebhart at the 1, Lewis at the 3, Payne and Blackshear up front, and then figure out the Locke man thing at the 2. But that's where I think they will land. Mike White also said after the game he might find himself playing fewer guys because they lost some energy. I think ultimately you play those 6 guys, and that's with either Locke or Mann starting at the 2. You play those 6 guys. Keontae Johnson comes off the bench. He's a good player. He gives you energy off the bench. That's 7. Probably one more big guy, Dante Bassett, and that's probably the 8 you play. That's probably your 8 guys, because you've got 2 point guards, because Mann can play the 1 if he has to. You've got shooting. So I think ultimately you wind up with that group of 8 guys. Interesting. Quez Glover, the backup point guard, is fun. Did you hear the story?
Yes.
I didn't know that he's named after that. Both his parents. He's from Knoxville.
Right.
But both parents are diehard Gators, and he's named after Jacquez Green.
The moment they started the sentence, with the parents love Gators, I was like, Quezzy! He's named after Quezzy!
Right. I didn't know that story.
I didn't either, but I figured it out super quick. Look, this is a team that, unlike Gator teams in the past few years, is filled with superstars. There are some legitimate superstars on this team. And so one thing Mike White said after the game certainly was the unselfish ball movement he liked. That and the fact that they are all focused on defense, those are 2 things that I think are going to be able to take this team really far instead of the individual concerned about themselves.
Yeah, and what's going to be fun, one thing I don't like, by the way, I'm going to watch Florida State tonight and have this same conversation tomorrow, which guys jump off the page for the Noles for us.
The 7-footers.
Yeah, because Leonard Hamilton, despite the beating he is taking and the amount of time it took him to get here, that's a nice program now. They've beaten Florida 5 in a row. Is it 5 in a row?
5 in a row.
5 in a row now. They've worn out the Gators, who have a pretty good program. So they and they play Sunday at 1. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But I'm going to watch the Noles tonight and have a lot of fun watching that, and then get an idea of who I think might win Sunday after I've watched both teams. Why would you do this Sunday at 1 o'clock? I know the Jags don't play, so that helps us. But it's an NFL time slot. I know ESPN wants to compete with them. I get it. But I don't want Florida FSU playing 1 o'clock on Sunday. I want Florida. I missed the Friday night before the football game. I'm sorry.
That was the best.
And they and the coaches got away from that. You know why? Because I had this conversation with Lon Kruger. Lon and I disagreed. Lon told me, he said, Frank, we got to get away from that. We don't need football to prop us up. And I'm like, Lon, I don't think that's the thing. It's not propping you up. It just makes for a great combined weekend for all the fans. He says, well, and he and Pat Kennedy really argued against it. And that's what got it off the football weekend. I can tell you that because Lon and I had that conversation. And I'm thinking, I don't want it off the football weekend. I want it back. If not, play it at night on a Friday or a Saturday, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Florida and FSU are playing a basketball game 1 o'clock on Sunday, right in an NFL window. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I like it because, I'll watch it at 1. That won't. I can easily not watch 2 hours of the NFL. I'll have the Thursday night game. I'll have the 4 o'clock window of the NFL. I'll have the Sunday night game, and I'll have the Monday night game. So I'll still see a lot of NFL. So I'm fine with it being Sunday at 1. My guess is, ESPN came to him and said, look, we'll put you on at 1 o'clock.
Oh, I'm sure.
And they were like, yeah, right. That sounds great.
If it's an ESPN game, it should have been an ESPN game anyway. Yeah, that's what it is. It's definitely for TV.
So, I would think it'll do better in terms of ratings, I would think, than it would be if it was Tuesday night at 7.
You think?
I think.
Number one, I have no idea because I don't have a very good feel for that. But better ratings against all those NFL games?
Here's what it's up against. Ravens at Bengals, Bills at Browns, Lions at Bears, Giants at Jets, Chiefs at Titans, Cardinals at Bucks, and Falcons at Saints.
Yeah,
None of those do I care that much to watch other than maybe Chiefs.
But it's up against fantasy football. It's up against the NFL big window. It's up against Fox and CBS.
But when are you going to put it?
Yeah, Tuesday night at 7 against This Is Us. That's what I would do.
Against helmets and heels?
Yeah, well, good. Well, hang on.
Man.
Let me rephrase that. Like I said, 7 o'clock on Wednesday.
But still, This Is Us is a pretty close thing.
But my point is, I just, and again, that's just me, but and look, I'll watch it because the Jags aren't playing, and I care more about the Gator basketball team than I do any NFL team other than the Jaguars. So, but still, I mean, I kind of like watching the NFL.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of that being kind of an NFL relax on the couch, drink too many beers day.
Yeah, well, I love it that it's Sunday at 1 because to me it's perfect drinking.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for a better drinking window to watch the Gators and Knowles play basketball. And the game will be over at 3:15. You'll still be able to watch the end of the 1 o'clock window. By the time we switch to NFL, there'll be like 8 minutes left in all those games.
Yeah, so, but it is. So we'll watch the Knowles tonight, get a feel for them. But certainly the Florida basketball team, ranked 6th in the country, which is amazing after they've been middling because of these guys got in. Look legit. He's got to find where the pieces go. I think he knows where – here's what I think. I think he knows where Nebhard goes. I think he knows where Blackshear goes. And I think all the other pieces are up. I think Nebhard's going to start every game at the point. I think Blackshear's going to start every game at the 5, maybe the 4. And the other 3 spots, I think, will be fluid. Don't you sense that?
Quick question. Do you think the Florida State basketball team has nearly as much of a rivalry as the football teams do, Florida and Florida State?
No, because I don't think people care as much about that sport in our state. No, it's not.
But I mean the players.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't.
Because I think college basketball players are. I think Florida would rather beat Kentucky in basketball, and I think Florida would rather beat FSU than anybody in football. I think the rival in basketball, and I think FSU would rather beat North Carolina or Duke in basketball than beat the Gators. So I think the big rivals for FSU, the big games for FSU are North Carolina, Duke. The big games for Florida are Kentucky. I think FSU and Florida, as each other's rival, comes in behind that. We'll take a break. More in a moment on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Did you know that Scrubbles Car Wash now has 2 locations? The one you know and love in the St. John's Town Center, and now in Fleming Island, located at 1725 Eagle Harbor Parkway. Lauren Brooks here, and good news, Scrubbles has more locations to come. Scrubbles Car Wash uses quality soaps and solutions that help keep your vehicle streak-free. You'll love the Scrubbles Tunnel Wash, and the Soapy Light Show experience is one the whole family will enjoy. Every 3-minute car wash package from Scrubbles comes with self-serve vacuuming, lint-free towels, window cleaner, and a free air freshener. Remember, trust the bow tie. You'll know quality once you arrive.
It's the Publix Ultimate Tailgate. You could win $250 toward your ultimate tailgate. Cornhole accessories from Mystic Cornhole and sausage from Cagino Sausage Company.
We aim to please.
Enter now at 1010XL.com.
Ever wish a button could undo what you said at the office party?
Ned, my office now.
A button for emptying the dishwasher.
Honey, dishes!
If you have sleep apnea but have trouble using CPAP, now there's a button to replace it. It's called Inspire. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with just a click of a remote. That's right, just a button. If you're struggling with CPAP, great sleep awaits at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
For the best price and service when it comes to your waste hauling and collecting, look no further than the A-Team at All American Roll-Off and Recycling. Jet Prosser here, and let me tell you, you're not going to find an easier way to handle your project cleanups than calling in the A-Team at All American. A J.B. Coxwell company, All American Roll-Off and Recycling has brand new trucks and cans in all sizes to fit your project needs. No hidden fees. Count on the best price in town. When it comes to cleaning up when the job is done, go with the A-Team at All American Roll-Off and Recycling. Visit us at all-americanrolloff.com.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have a special offer for anyone who is buying or refinancing a home. It's not something you do every day, so you want to make sure you're getting a great deal. Trustline Mortgage will pay you $100 just to give you a free second opinion. What do you have to lose? Nothing. I know what you're thinking. How can they possibly pay me $100 just to give me a free second opinion? That's crazy. Listen, Trustline Mortgage is celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. You're in business that long, home because you're good at what you do. Call Trustline Mortgage today to get your free second opinion, your $100, and your peace of mind. Jumbo loans, interest-only loans, conventional, VA, FHA, credit challenge loans, bank statement loans, self-employed, purchases, refinances, you name it, we have it. Call Trustline Mortgage at 381-LOAN or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 331480.
Joe C. for Preferred Roofing, and every night when I put my head on the bed, I never have to worry about my roof. Thanks to Preferred. Roofing contractors are plentiful in the Jacksonville area, but they're not all alike. A roof is a large investment and should only be installed by licensed, insured, and reputable roofing contractors. In business for over 40 years with an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau, Preferred Roofing is a logical choice when searching for the best contractor. Pick Preferred Roofing and sleep easy at night.
Hey, this is Charles Rollerson at the Fleming Island Golf Club. I'd like to bring you up to speed with a few things we're doing at the club. We just opened the Hibernia Pub. It's an Irish pub which features your favorite Irish meals and all your draft beers. Also, in the beginning of 2020, we're going to have the new Top Golf Top Tracer technology on the driving range, featuring 10 bays. We're going to have all the food and beverage amenities that you would have at some of the bigger Top Golf facilities. And of course, every day we have golf from $28 to $48. Please visit us at the golf club and FlemingIslandGolfClub.com.
Okay, here we go with our final lightning round on Potty Talk. Top 3 answers on the board. Ready? Okay. The best way to save money when your faucets or pipes are leaking.
Roland Reese Plumbing?
Something to help you avoid clogged sewers and drains.
Roland Reese Plumbing.
The technical term for that ba-whoosh sound when a toilet flushes correctly.
Roland Reese Plumbing.
Roland Reese Plumbing is always the right answer. Roland Reese Plumbing, 260-7059.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Attention diesel mechanics. Republic Services is now hiring in Duval and St. Johns County. And with Republic Services, new diesel mechanics get a $2,000 sign-on bonus, a $1,000 yearly tool allowance, and competitive benefits. Republic Services will even pay for your ASE certifications and offer a bonus for each certification earned. Join the Republic Services team and make a positive impact on your community and environment today. Visit republicservices.jobs for more information and to apply. Wear the star, drive your career.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Andrew Gibson for 1010XL. Number 2 and undefeated LSU will beat number 3 and undefeated Alabama on Saturday in Tuscaloosa. The big question, will Tua play?
Been pretty consistent on the message with Tua. If he can play in the game, it'll be a game-time decision. You know, he did practice 2 days last week. We'll see where he's at today, and then we'll manage the reps accordingly. And when I say that, we cannot predict. You know, if he goes out there today and he looks good, then his rep count is going to go up, and we'll prepare him as if he's going to have an opportunity to play in the game. If he has a setback during the week, we can't really control that, but that would change the plan.
That's Nick Saban talking about Tua, the Alabama and LSU coming up on Saturday, number 2 versus number 3. 74 degrees at 4:02. Your time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on The Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
That's right. If you're looking to update your floors, your kitchen, your bathrooms, your closets, head to the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center located on Southside Boulevard across from Tinseltown today. Trust me, they have all the different options that you're looking for and all the different brands, and their friendly, experienced group of designers will help you make the process so much easier. Thank you, by the way, to anyone who wants to donate to Walk Off Charities. If you can't make it to the movie night, we certainly appreciate any donations. That way, you can go ahead, Walk Up Charities can go ahead and buy the gloves for kids, right, Frank?
Yeah, somebody just called and donated $500 to buy gloves, and we're going to put it to our movie night. So thank you for doing that. How about this? Our buddy JD from Showtime, best collectible store of all time. JD said he wants to send four more teachers to this event.
That's fantastic.
So JD,
Thanks,
thank you.
JD.
So 4 more teachers are going compliments of our friend from Showtime. We just look, got to find the teachers. Again, if you're a teacher and you want to go, first 24.
It's going to be
First
so much
24
fun.
teachers, call the number 904-568-0495. I want to send a teacher. Again, it can be Duval, St. John's, Clay, Nassau. If you can hear me, then and you're a teacher, you qualify. Kindergarten through 12th grade or pre-K, whatever, just full-time teacher. Now, not if you sub every now and then, but if you're a full-time teacher, right? That's pretty clear, right? If you're a full-time teacher, we'd love to have you come join us and hang out and come and want to meet you too. And thank you for all you do for our children too. I mean that very sincerely. You guys see the poll, the first rankings?
Sure did. I was honestly very surprised. Ohio State 1, LSU 2, Alabama 3, Penn State 4. I was very surprised Clemson was left out of the top 4, and also surprised that Ohio State got the top billing.
Were you surprised Clemson was left out because of street cred and accumulation of years?
Because I'm not sure Penn State belongs 4th, and I think I would definitely pick Clemson to beat Penn State tomorrow. So if they played. So, and it doesn't matter because we're going to have Ohio State play Penn State soon, and we're going to have LSU Alabama on Saturday. So right now it's just a talking point in a discussion, but I am surprised based off of what's happened so far this year that Ohio State was ahead of both LSU and Alabama.
It's just disgusting how this committee treats UCF. It's just disgusting how they're not number 1 in this poll. No, to me, it was one of those things where they got together and they said, how can we make this as big a talker as we can? Because at every single level, they did something that you wouldn't have expected. The team that they selected number 1 is an absolute joke. LSU should be number 1. The fact that they've got Penn State over Clemson is a complete joke.
Right, like to remind people, LSU has beaten Texas at Texas and beaten Florida. What has Ohio State done?
And has beaten Auburn.
And has beaten Auburn.
Who's like 11th.
Yeah, what has Ohio State done that's come anywhere close to that, other than beating Wisconsin, who at the time had already come off of a loss to Illinois?
Well, I think
exactly.
I think it's clear what they've done.
To prove your point,
is they're combining eye test, resume, street cred. Right. What I took out of this are 2 or 3 things. A, they're combining whatever they wanted to vote for. That's right. It's whatever they decided. Because the Oregon guy even admitted the eye test. I do think the fact that the Oregon guy's running this thing could be a problem, right? If Oregon keeps winning.
Now, he has to leave anytime Oregon's discussed.
Correct.
But
he's still the boss. He's still the spokesperson, you know. Here's the thing.
He walks back in. What'd you guys decide? You guys aren't in. Try again. And then he walks back out of the room.
No, you got it wrong. I'll be back in 5 minutes. But here's one thing I did take out of it that I think is very serious, and I thought this all along. I agree with you, Lauren. I think I'd pick Clemson over most of these teams if they played them today, certainly over Penn State. But what this tells me is there's no margin of error for Clemson. A 12-1 Clemson isn't in.
Oh, they can't lose.
That's what this tells you. There's no margin of error. A 12-1 Clemson cannot get in.
They think the ACC is a joke, is what this is telling you.
That is, and through not entirely fault of their own, they haven't played anybody. You know, they played A&M, who's not very good, who's 6-3. But I'm telling you, based on this, Clemson has no margin of error. I don't think Clemson's going to lose, so I think they're going to be in with some ease. But that tells me that. Georgia is 6th despite losing a home game to South Carolina. Does that seem high to you? I mean, they lost a home game to South Carolina.
Yes.
Oregon's loss was a neutral site loss to Auburn.
And that's what I was going to say. Yeah, it does surprise me.
Yeah, but I would say, again, I think eye test Georgia's better. Georgia has wins over number 10 Florida and number 15 Notre Dame, so a little bit better there. So they do have the uglier loss, but they also have the wins. And, you know, I think, again, that's why I was surprised Clemson wasn't in the top 4. I mean, that's why it's ridiculous, because if these people really had a gun to their head, they're not going to take Ohio State over LSU or Alabama, and they're not going to take Penn State over Clemson. So that's why it's ridiculous. But, you know, they want there to be, if they had come out and it was LSU, Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, then it's not nearly the topic that it's been all day today. But they went out of their way to, at every angle that they could, do something that you weren't expecting. So, these things are like mock drafts.
Yeah, they are. I agree.
It'll be different next week, and it'll be different the week after that. And really, until we see the actual final one, I don't think it matters, because it does seem like they're sort of inconsistent in what they're looking for, which gives them an out to do whatever they want at the end.
So where will, let's say the loser of LSU Alabama is LSU. Where does LSU fall to?
That's a great question. Depending on how the game goes. I mean, 45-10 loser drops further than a 31-30 loser. But assuming it's a good tight game and they lose, yeah, I think they then are the highest rated one-loss team.
They'll stay above Georgia.
They would be above Georgia, so I would think probably 5th or 6th based on.
So certainly not falling out of it.
And probably 5th, because there's no other undefeated teams. Baylor's not jumping all the way up there. So who could get into the playoff with a loss? Right now, as you look forward and we try and predict December, who could get in? The LSU-Alabama loser could get in with a loss. I think we'll all agree with that. I don't think Penn State can. Can Ohio State get in with a loss?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
It depends on how it plays out. Now, I mean, Ohio State, Penn State, and Michigan have this thing, right?
Yeah.
Ohio State's Michigan still Michigan and Penn State have played, right?
Yes, Penn State beat Michigan.
Okay. Penn State still got to play them both. No, that's not right.
No, Penn State just has to play Ohio State.
So that's the only game left. Okay.
And then Ohio State has to play Michigan.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So Ohio State has to play them both.
Yeah.
Ohio State still has to play them both.
In consecutive weeks.
Yeah. Assuming all three of those guys lose once, does the winner of the East beating Wisconsin, finishing 12-1, get in?
I think probably.
I think if it's Ohio State, yes. I think if it's Penn State, no. If for no other reason than street cred, I think that. I want to stay on the topic. Let's take a break. But what other one-loss teams could get in? Which one-loss teams couldn't get in? Which undefeated teams could possibly get left out? We'll discuss it after this. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey, Hicken here, and you know fall means cooler weather, which means you're going to get outdoors. Yeah, and if you're going to be entertaining, grilling, lounging, whatever, you want an enjoyable, enviable outdoor living space, and that is exactly what the team at CSS Outdoor does best. Go see their showroom. It's just off Beaver and Edgewood. I've been there. It's awesome. See the dream designs they can build for your backyard. Custom kitchens, Fire Magic grills, everything you need. Visit the showroom or browse online at cssoutdoor.com, cssoutdoor.com.
Hey, look, I've been telling you it's a great time to get to Nimnick Buick GMC to buy automobiles because we're still in that window where they've got to get rid of those 2019s to make room for all those 2020s, which are already there. The 20s are there, so they got to move out those 2019s. Largest savings of the year all month, and it has to be that way. How about this? 23% off 2019 GMC Sierra SLT Crew Cab trucks. That thing that's the home run, man. 23% off that bad boy, and it is fantastic. 23% off, same thing, off 2019 Buick Encore SUVs. It's an unbelievable price. I've driven both of those, and it's a fantastic, fantastic automobile. That's what happens in the car business and really happens at Nimnick. You got to move the 19s to get the 20s in there. Head there today, Nimnick Buick GMC. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941.
Air conditioners.
If you're in Florida, AC is king.
But the Freon that keeps your home cool will be illegal to make in just weeks.
It's part of the destruction of the ozone.
Action News Jax investigates the soon-to-be-banned substance that could leave your heating and AC unit useless, costing you thousands.
Replacing one of those systems is expensive.
But we found a way for you to save money. Before you buy a new AC, watch our special report tomorrow at 5 on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
Fox tonight. The Masked Singer returns with a 2-hour event.
Somebody came to win!
It's a double unmasking with the biggest celebrity reveals yet.
Who is it?
Think you've seen it all?
This is the Masked Singer. Anything could happen.
Think again.
Wow.
We just witnessed television history. All new Masked Singer 2-hour event tonight on Fox.
Tonight at 8 on Fox 30.
peace of mind. It's one of the most important things we can have, and sometimes the most elusive. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Car accidents can turn your life upside down. Your car is damaged, you're in pain, injuries can even create problems at work. While there's no magic wand, our team is ready to get you back on your feet as soon as possible. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000 for a consultation. That's 904-600-4000.
Office in Jacksonville.
This is Richard Miller with your Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles update. Join us tomorrow, Saturday, November 9th at 11 a.m. for James Spence Authentication. For certifying autographs on all types of memorabilia, JSA will be at Showtime from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Saturday, November 9th. 1 mile north of the Avenues Mall at Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Update your collection.
The best of XL Primetime Replay is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, helping you be the best when you play.
Hey, JJ, can we get some clapping on that because Bob Stoops not a candidate at Florida State? I was a little worried, to be quite honest with you. There we go. I love it. All right, I was a little concerned, all right? Bob Stoops is going to keep the XFL job.
You were like, Mark Stoops, that's cool.
Yeah, Mark, we'll take the little brother, but not the big
right.
brother.
Get Diamonds Direct's unbeatable price plus an extra 20% off virtually everything. Yes, it's happening next weekend, November 15th through 17th. All rings, all earrings, all pendants, all bracelets, all on sale. This is the biggest and last sale of the year. The one where they break all the rules. The selection is like double the norm. And designers are here with their entire lines. All at the absolute lowest prices of the year. Plus special financing. Shop early for Christmas and save. It's November 15th, 16th, and 17th. Only at Diamonds Direct.
Off Town Center Parkway, next to the Hyatt.
1010XL beat reporter Hayes Carlyon here. Listen for my one-on-one interviews from the locker room with Jaguars players throughout the week, courtesy of CareSpot. Urgent care made easier. Your favorite team, your favorite players, only on 1010XL.
Got a clogged drain or a problem with your sewer? Dial 6951901. Don't tell me, let me guess, call Metro Router. Dial 6951901 or MetroRouter.com.
Nobody likes to have plumbing problems at their home or business, but if you do, call Metro Router. We provide fast same-day service with the right parts and equipment on hand to get you up and running. For all your plumbing and septic tank needs, call the best. Just pick up the phone and dial
6951901 or MetroRouter.com.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on The Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, we've been talking about the playoff. The rankings came out for the first time last week. Is it a good idea that they put the rankings out? You like it?
I like it, but you just have to realize that it's purely entertainment.
It's kind of
They could have waited 2 weeks, in my opinion, this season.
Because what we learned the first year, was it TCU that got jumped in the last week?
Yeah.
That it's not this guy goes over this guy. They can randomly, whatever they pick on week 11 or whatever week 7, doesn't have to have anything to do with what they picked on week 6. So it's not like you get jumped. It's just like you show up lower this time. So, all right, so which one-loss teams could get in? Who could get in with a loss in your mind?
A loss from here or a team that's already got a loss?
Yeah, a team that has who can, when it's all over, who could have a loss and be in?
Georgia controls their destiny at 6. Oregon might at 7.
Yeah, so an SEC team with a loss, an SEC champion with a loss is in. We all agree on that?
Yes.
I think everybody would agree the SEC champion with a loss could get in. What about Okay. 31-30, Alabama beats LSU. Alabama runs the table, loses 12-0 Alabama, loses to 11-1 Georgia. Georgia's 12-1, LSU's 11-1. Who's in, who's out? And I know you don't know that, so you know who else is in the picture. I get it, but off the top of your head, are they both in?
Two of the three would go in. I think it would be Georgia, and I think it would be Alabama.
Okay, so the two teams that played in the game, the two teams that made the game would be in, and LSU because they didn't make the game would be out. I tend to agree with that.
I think I'd go Alabama and LSU, just because they didn't have a chance to.
No, I'm saying if Georgia wins the league, even if Georgia wins the league.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm saying Alabama beats LSU, and then Alabama, LSU, and Georgia all win out. So then Alabama's 12-0.
All three.
LSU and Georgia are both 11-1, and Georgia wins the title. Georgia wins the game in Atlanta. Who's in?
Georgia and Alabama.
That's what I think, too. I think the two teams that make it to Atlanta get in, and LSU, 31-30 losers on a 57-yard field goal that hits the crossbar, although Alabama kickers aren't any good, so it probably won't happen, but indulge me, is out. Wild, huh?
So LSU hopes that Georgia doesn't. If LSU loses to Alabama, LSU hopes that Alabama wins the SEC championship
or that
any chance to
or
get
that
in.
Georgia loses again, and that there's not a one-loss team from the East.
Right.
So, but that's the scenario. That'd be three SEC teams with only one loss. At most, two are getting. You don't even know that two are getting in, but you would assume one loss Alabama and one loss Georgia with the championship would both be in. I would agree with that. Oregon, you brought up Oregon. Oregon wins out with the loss. Likely in?
I think they have a good chance because a lot of it would depend on what Utah does. But if Utah wins out, well, now you're getting a great statement win in your championship game. I mean, you'd be beating. I mean, Utah is 8 now. It's hard to say if they keep winning, they're not gonna fall below that. So let's just say it's 6 and 7. I mean, that's a pretty nice win. So I think a lot of it would have to depend on how it goes. Oregon's not going to jump anybody, so they would need 3 teams to come out. They would need Penn State. They probably need it just to be one SEC team. So maybe it becomes Ohio State, SEC champion, maybe, and then Clemson, and then Oregon.
So.
And see, I wasn't sure about Ohio State because let's say Minnesota doesn't finish undefeated and loses a couple games before the Big Ten championship and still gets in ahead of Wisconsin. Then you've got Ohio State losing to a team that they may not give them that much respect for because it isn't a great opponent.
Yeah, I think Oregon runs the table they're in. I think somehow they find their way in. I think an SEC team an SEC champion with one loss will get in, no matter who it is. I think a second SEC team could get in. I think the only way a second SEC team gets in is it's the Alabama LSU. It's either a one-loss SEC championship game loser or an Alabama or LSU with one loss. But I think they could get in. As for after that, the only one-loss team, can Oklahoma get in? They run the table now and win a Big 12 championship game?
It feels like they will need a lot to
Yeah,
happen. I mean, I would have been really disappointed if I was a Sooner fan seeing them debut at 9 in this poll. I think that makes it pretty difficult because I don't think they have enough statement win possibilities to jump in. So now you need a lot of attrition. I mean, Oregon and Utah, one of them will lose. So that puts you 8 if you're Oklahoma. But you need so many other things to happen. I mean, I do think 2 SEC teams, if the scenario you laid out comes true, then I think between LSU, Alabama, and Georgia, 2 of those 3 would get in over Oklahoma.
I do too. Even over one-loss Oklahoma. Ohio State goes 12-0, blows out Penn State and Michigan, and somehow loses 31-30 to Wisconsin in the championship game. In or out?
In.
Ohio State's in. Wisconsin's out, even though they would have won the title.
Oh, yeah. Wisconsin's lost twice.
Yeah, so Wisconsin would be a Big Ten team not in, and the Big Ten runner-up would be in.
Correct.
What if Minnesota's undefeated until
that
point?
Good point. Undefeated Minnesota plays undefeated Ohio State.
Yeah.
In that case, I think winner's in.
Yeah.
I think if it's that, I think winner's in. But I think if it's
one loss Minnesota plays Ohio State.
And
Minnesota,
beats them?
beats Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. You have to send the conference champion, right?
Minnesota would have a better chance than Ohio State. I didn't even think about Minnesota. I forgot about them. I forgot about row the boat. Shame on me. But I'm thinking if 10-2 Wisconsin
You were sending him to Tallahassee.
upsets undefeated Ohio State, I think they're both out. I don't think you can put the runner-up in and the champion not in. So I think they're both out. That's how I think that would play out. Baylor runs the table. They in?
No.
I don't think Baylor gets in either. I think Baylor could be 13-0 and not get in. Now that would be cause for a conversation, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't.
I mean, 13-0 Baylor gets. Now, we'll see though. Again, they're gonna pick up steam if they keep winning.
Baylor's strength of schedule as of now is 58th. They are
Right.
behind Tulane, Vanderbilt, and Southern Methodist.
So who do they have left in the regular?
It's tough. They go to TCU. They host Oklahoma. They host Texas, and then they go to the Mad Hatter at Kansas.
Okay, they win all those games, and then win a league championship game, which is a matchup of the two best teams. Then they probably are in. If they run that gauntlet, then they probably are in.
And everybody's happy at this point that Notre Dame has lost twice because then
they
don't
can
have to
muck
worry.
it up.
Yes, they can muck it up.
Yeah. So Ohio State.
But everybody's cheering for Clemson to lose at some point.
Yeah. So the only undefeated. So I now think the only teams that possibly could be undefeated. I mean, the only teams left that could possibly be undefeated are Minnesota, or that are undefeated now. Minnesota, Baylor, and then those top 5 teams. That's it, right? So
Either Ohio State or Penn State,
Yeah,
and either LSU or Alabama.
They're both losing. Okay.
Right.
Well, I mean, both of those 4, both those teams are going to have a loss. So that means Ohio State or Minnesota, I should say, LSU or Alabama, like you said, Penn State, that group. At the end of the day, we may not have very many undefeated teams.
No.
It might be the the SEC champ could be undefeated. The Ohio, Penn State, Minnesota survivor could be undefeated.
Clemson will be undefeated.
And Clemson will be undefeated, and that's about it, right? If you look, that's about it. So it'll wind up playing itself out. All right, let's.
Baylor, like you said, not likely, but possible.
All right, let's take a break. We got other things to talk about. We'll get back to a little bit of the NFL. I want to get back to the whole Chargers to London story because the owners come out and said absolutely no truth. The NFL said no truth to it. Is that true that there's no truth? That and more. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Start your college football weekend with Hayes Carline, Lauren Brooks, and me every Saturday morning at 11:30 on CW17 for Saturday Morning Rush. We'll discuss the Gators, Knowles, Dogs, and more. Watch The Rush Saturday mornings at 11:30 on CW17. Man, if you want great barbecue, there's no debate there. You want Bono's. Fast, friendly service, clean family restaurants, and really good barbecue. I mean, really good. Always the same. Lauren and I do our planning meeting every Monday there, and it is so good. They never disappoint. 15 locations in town, so you're always near a Bono's. And if you're going to the ball game on Sunday, all kind of locations around the stadium because it's the official barbecue of the Jaguars. If you want great barbecue in this town where your choice is easy, you want barbecue, you want Bono's.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to one commercial today, listen to this one.
Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are doing it again. This year, we will recognize 12 local heroes in our community and honor them with a brand new vehicle. 12 heroes will be getting 12 new vehicles. Nominate a law enforcement officer, firefighter, EMT, nurse, teacher, veteran, and new this year, your local WOW hero. Head to localwowheroes.com to nominate and vote today. Let's wow our heroes.
It's Diamonds Direct's biggest and final sale of the year. A 3-day, $30 million pre-holiday store-wide event. November 15th, 16th, and 17th. You get instant savings. 20% off virtually everything. Plus, top jewelry designers are flying in with their entire collections on sale. An expanded selection of rings, earrings, pendants, bands, bracelets. Lowest prices all year. Guys, shop early for Christmas. Save big. This is it. The last big sale of the year. November 15th through 17th at Diamonds Direct.
Off Town Center Parkway, next to the Hyatt.
Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute has a new physical therapy and rehab center open in World Golf Village at the Shops of Mirabella. This will be the 12th facility in the North Florida region. The 1,800 square foot facility has extensive parking, custom-built amenities, a well-equipped gym area, and the same high level of care that patients have come to expect at JOI. Visit JOI.net for more information on the new location in World Golf Village. JOI, where the pros go.
Here's a quick tip from your fast-file bankruptcy expert, Don Dufresne with the law offices of Parker & Dufresne. It's never easy to rebuild your credit, but it is possible. At Parker & Dufresne, we recommend you utilize a secured credit card, then pay down your debts on time and pay more than your minimum payment due. Find more quick tips at jackslawcenter.com or call us at 904-733-7766. Relief, restore, renew. Parker & Dufresne, offices Jacksonville.
1010XL salutes the High School Scholar Athlete of the Week. Wednesdays on The Frangie Show. Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234 on 1010XL.
I love the fall in Jacksonville. You know what else is absolutely out of this world? The fall over at the Blue Crab Crab House. Sit out on that deck, enjoy the best Bloody Marys in town. Absolutely a staple right here throughout the city. Located on Julington Creek Road in San Jose, the best seafood, crabs, oysters, it does not matter. Locally owned and operated going back to 1996. I'm talking about the Blue Crab Crab House, located on Julington Creek Road in San Jose.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Jacksonville to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by out-of-town tax companies that focus only on signing you up without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, or unfiled returns, have a sit-down with J. David Tax Law and get the help you need. Never trust your tax situation to anyone you can't walk in and look in the eye. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
Hi folks, Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. I've told you for the longest time, if you need a new pool, it's Stanley Pools. Call them at 269-7277. New pools, remodeled pools, pavers, fire pits. They do it all, and they do an outstanding job. And they have done it in this town since 1988. It is a true family business, and they truly are the best in the business. I trust Stanley Pools. Call them today, 269-7277 for the best in the business, Stanley Pools.
Is that honeydew list getting too long or repairs piling up? Call the Honeydew Service because they're ready to take on any repair, maintenance, or home improvement, all with a 1-year work warranty. Whether it's any home repair or a kitchen or bathroom remodel, no job is too big or small for Honeydew.
Hi, I'm David Spivey with the Honeydew Service. We are local and veteran-owned, and we want to tackle all your home repair needs. So call us today at 862-6882 or go to honeydewservice.net.
Get an instant quote on a homeowner's insurance policy and find a local agent simply by going to southernoak.com. We're more than a homeowner's insurance company. We're just like family.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Vida de Louis is the newest tequila on the Jacksonville scene and is the smoothest too. It's a tribute to smooth sailing and living a relaxed lifestyle. Extra aeration makes Jacksonville's only locally owned tequila perfect for the summer season or any season. Check out VitaDeLouis.com for great drink recipes and interact on social media. The citrus of the sea, Vida de Louis. Ask for it by name the next time you want the smoothest tequila in Jacks. VitaDeLouis.com to find all the locations where it's served.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on The Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey, welcome back. Lags along for the ride. Hayes Carline is here from the Bowl School. Who's this?
Who do you think it is?
Hang on. I was trying to think of somebody else to be clever, but I really don't know any more of them. I wrote them all down one time.
You could throw in Dustin Lynch.
Right.
You could throw in Justin Moore. You could throw in Florida Georgia Line.
I could have gone. No, wait a minute. I could have gone Dustin, Dylan, Drake, Devin. I could have. I could have gone all four of those.
I've seen all of them.
Yeah, you have. And first of all, there's a bunch of D's: Dustin, Dylan, Drake, Devin. There's also a bunch of Youngs. How many Youngs are there?
A lot.
There's Brett Young. There's Eli Young. There's Chase Young.
Very well done. I think Chase Young is defensive end for Ohio State and
Dang
not
it.
actually a
there's
country
Brett
singer,
Young.
but there's a Chase Rice.
There's-
Brett Young, that's who just performed.
And
This, by the way, is Cole Swindell. Why are we playing Cole Swindell? Because he's coming to Daly's Place this April 17th. It is a Friday, so April 17th at Daly's Place. We're giving away our second pair of tickets right now, caller number 2 at 641-1010. And if you don't win the tickets, don't worry. Tickets go on sale Friday morning at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Cole Swindell is coming with Hardy and Trey Landon as well.
Oh, that. They all come in threes, too, don't they? The country acts.
That it does tend to be how it goes these days, which I love because then you get to see more people.
Well,
I'm going to a concert next Thursday night. I know you guys are jealous that you're not coming with me.
One of the D's or one of the Youngs?
One of the Youngs.
How about that? Want to
Well
go,
done.
Hayes? You want to go?
Where is the concert?
It is at the Jacksonville Fairgrounds.
All right.
Yeah, it's
The
a band.
Fairgrounds.
It's a band I honestly have listened to since probably the year after I graduated from college, and I've never seen them before.
Are they
so I'm actually
playing
really
like during the
excited.
fair?
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
that.
That's where I saw Low Cash for the first time, and the infamous story of me going up to them after to clarify the lyric.
Love Low Cash.
Yes. So now I get to see Eli Young band there.
How about
I'm very excited.
Low Cash is a legendary band on this show. Now, they have become quite the
The
story.
Missing Wilbury?
They were the Missing Wilbury. One of the greatest stories ever told. All right, so and Lawrence, give one more pair later on, right?
One more pair later on, and I believe another pair on Friday if people are lucky.
Florida. There's the University of Florida Athletics Department. Hick and I talk about this on the podcast a lot. They are going to, at one point this season, have Florida. They're going to have football, basketball, and baseball in the top 10. Okay, all three in the top 10. Anybody else going to do that? Is that? I mean, someone will do it in time. LSU will do it in time. I think if FSU football bounces back, they'll do it in time. But I'm trying to think: is there anybody else who realistically can do that? The Southern schools, I guess. I feel like the Southern schools more than the Western schools. I used to think Arizona, but I don't sense that anymore. Who else could do that?
Could Clemson do it?
I have a hard time thinking Clemson basketball can get there. Football and baseball for sure. I have a hard time thinking basketball could get there. I don't think so.
If Kentucky's football program was playing to its best, do they have anywhere near of a good baseball team?
They have a very good baseball program. I don't think football
Okay.
can ever get it. I don't think football's ever going to be a top 10 program. I don't think so.
More as like a one-off. If Mississippi State could get to number 1, Kentucky could get into the top 10.
Could, but I don't see it. LSU, I see.
LSU could do it. I mean, if they're going to keep cheating in basketball, they could, easily do it.
Right, LSU. Well, apparently they can cheat because the guy's still there. But, LSU, Florida is going to do it. Florida has already had football and basketball ranked in the top 10. They're ranked there now, and baseball is going to start in the top 10. So Florida's in. I'm trying to think who else could possibly be in.
If Virginia had a better football season, that's a team.
But there's a lot of those that have two, but if they had the third one, If Vanderbilt had
Coming
better
up with
football and
could.
basketball, they could be in.
Could they?
No, I don't think so. I think who could have all three? LSU. And I should know this. Is Texas basketball any good?
Well, I don't think so. But that's the thing is, I don't know the baseball. So it's tough for me because I'm trying to think of, obviously I know the powers, but it's
if
hard
there's
to
any
know.
football, basketball, I can tell you if the baseball would qualify.
Yeah.
I can pretty much tell you if the baseball would qualify. LSU for sure in baseball. Most of the SECs could get there in baseball. Ole Miss will be a top 10 team in baseball. I can tell you Mississippi State's got a chance to be a top 10 team in baseball.
Who were the good baseball programs in the Big Ten?
None.
There are none.
There's none that are – there's not one Big Ten baseball program that will ever be consistently top 10. That doesn't mean you won't sneak in, to Lauren's point about the Virginias and the Kentucky footballs of the world, but there won't be any that will consistently – zero.
Here are the top 10 baseball programs over the last, handful of years.
Okay.
Vanderbilt, Virginia, Florida, UCLA, LSU, Louisville, TCU, Oregon State, South Carolina, North Carolina, with Florida State at 11.
Yeah, there will never be a top 10 in that group.
Could USC do it in all three? I know they don't.
USC certainly over the years has. USC has had great football, baseball, obviously, and they've had some basketball, not great basketball, but they've had some basketball. But I would think Texas would qualify as one that could. I would say Oklahoma certainly could. I think Florida, LSU. If who's got the best chance to be good at all three? Florida, because they're there right now. LSU. Now they've got to prove it in basketball. Continue to do it in basketball, cheating or not cheating.
FSU.
FSU could do it.
Yeah.
The hole in FSU's problem had always been basketball. FSU football, baseball had been dominant forever.
Right.
Now the basketball has the look of a potential top 10 team, but football's no good. The problem with football is I'm not sure it comes back fast. There's no evidence, is there, that FSU? I believe FSU football will be back. I don't feel about it the way I do Miami, which I don't think will ever be top 10 again. I think FSU football can come back, but there's not a lot of evidence it's coming back anytime soon.
Right, and so if the question is a team that's going to do it in the next 3 years, it might be tough to throw FSU in there because it is hard to. It's hard to imagine it because, again, this is a team that is struggling right now, and they're going to lose Cam Akers and Tamorrion Terry and Marvin Wilson. Those guys are all going into the draft. So who do you have? I mean, that was, one of the things that I wanted to get Tom's perspective on yesterday is what is the new coach inheriting? I mean, for it being Florida State, and Tom doesn't, he made it sound like he didn't think the cupboard was bare. I think it is. Compared to what they would normally have, I think the cupboard's pretty bare at Florida State. Now, the portal can help you there.
Right.
If you get a coach that excites, certainly if they were to get Bob Stoops, every kid that's in the portal, I think, would reach out to FSU as a place to go because you can play right away,
right,
and you've got this credible coach. Now, if it ends up being Mark Stoops or, one of their
Mike Norvell or whoever.
Yeah, then it'll maybe not have that effect. But I still think you're probably looking at 2 years of probably 8-4s, 8-4, 9, maybe the 8-4, 9-3, and then you have a big year in year 3.
Good point. We'll go to a break. I got another thought about FSU football that I'm going to get to. I'm going to start the next segment with it. But back to the original point, I'm starting to think there's almost no one that's ever going to do it because you always have a likelihood of being down in one of the sports. Remember, Florida football was not top 10 until this year. Florida football hadn't been a consistent top 10. I'm not saying they didn't. Mullen might have dipped.
They were last year,
but they made a cameo.
They were in
last
and
year.
out.
Right. It was a
but they finished top 10.
Did they? Okay,
yeah.
So they did. So, but basketball was way down. Now, so I think to be up in all three is really that's what's so unlikely about what Florida's doing. It's really unlikely.
And it's unlikely because you already had it really under one athletic director, and he left, and you end up with another athletic director who's able to maintain this. That's what's so impressive.
Yeah.
By the way, what about North Carolina with Mac Brown in football?
North Carolina. That would be of all the ones that
take advantage of a down ACC.
Yeah. Yes. I like that one. North Carolina.
Good, because I've given you like 5.
Yeah, but I don't think Virginia's there. I don't ever think North Carolina is going to be a consistent top 10. But I like Mac Brown coach North Carolina to spend more time, more cameos in the top 10 than Virginia's ever going to.
Sure.
I do believe that. So that would be one that would. You know what? Clemson. I think North Carolina football can get there before Clemson basketball. Could you ask me about Clemson? You agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. Is Florida baseball like top 3, top 5, top 10? Where
if you ask the Baseball America guy, Teddy Cahill, who's like the quintessential college baseball guy, he would tell you the top 3 programs in college baseball today are Florida, LSU, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and I don't mean I know they've got an amazing program, but I'm saying for this year.
Oh, for this year?
Are they supposed to be like a preseason?
Oh, they'll always be top 10. I'll bet you. My guess is this year Vanderbilt will be 1. They got the best program in the country. I would guess. We'll find it. We'll look it up. There'll be 1 right now. But
you think they'll be in the top 5?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
I don't think there's. I think they're almost Alabama football like. They're almost North Carolina Duke basketball. Like they're always. It's rare. If you ever look
last year was a struggle, but this year will be a big year.
If you ever look up and the season starts and Duke basketball is ranked 12th, you're going, what the hell, right? I think you'd feel the same way about Florida baseball being ranked 12th. We'll take a break. I'm going to get a thought about FSU football when we come back. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Fall and football create the best season of the year, and I have almost everything I need to root for my favorite team. All I'm missing is the ultimate game day meal. Luckily, Publix, the official supermarket of the Jaguars, is bringing back the Jaguars sub for a limited time. You'll love the Publix Deli hot chicken tenders, boar's head bacon, cheddar cheese, sweet coleslaw, and barbecue mayonnaise on a white sub roll. And so I don't miss kickoff, I can place my order online for in-store pickup. Go to Publix.com/JagSub to get your Jaguars sub. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Get your first glance of Sunday's matchup on the 1010XL Kickoff Show, powered by Coastal Equipment and brought to you by Sawyer Gas and Mr. Rooter Plumbing with Lauren Brooks, Hayes Carline, and Fat Tony. 5 hours before kickoff on 1010XL.
Ever wish a button could undo what you said at the office party?
Ned, my office now.
A button for emptying the dishwasher.
Honey, dishes!
If you have sleep apnea but have trouble using CPAP, now there's a button to replace it. It's called Inspire. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with just a click of a remote. That's right, just a button. If you're struggling with CPAP, great sleep awaits at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
It's the biggest contest in 1010XL history with the most valuable prize we've ever offered. A $52,000 2019 Crewmax Toyota Tundra from Ernie Palmer Toyota.
The Ernie Palmer Toyota 1010XL Weekly Pick'em gives 16 winners a chance to compete in the regular season finale. Pick all 16 games correctly in Week 17 and you're driving a new 2019 Crewmax Toyota Tundra. Enter and rules at 1010XL.com. Weekly winners get a Bernie Grill. Presented by J. David Tax Law. And welcome back to another episode of Potty Talk with our current champion. So what's your secret to your perfect plumbing proficiency?
It's simple, really. Roland Reach Plumbing is always the right answer.
Roland Reach Plumbing, 260-7059.
Journey. Pretenders.
Back on the chain gang.
Two incredible bands. One amazing night in Jacksonville. Journey. Pretenders. Five-Star Veterans Memorial Arena, August 24th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. VIP packages and more. Visit JourneyMusic.com.
Hacker here. This Friday, come join the XL Primetime crew live for the Sonny's Barbecue Pitmaster Tour Live from Sonny's Barbecue in Brunswick, Georgia at New Jessup Highway. Stop by for lunch and come enjoy amazing new menu items and get some tips and recipes from the Pitmasters themselves.
You've been injured in a car accident and the insurance company denies your medical bills, denies to pay your lost wages, and won't repair your car. Then it's time to fight back. Time to call Farah and Farah at 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Did you hear? The last 2 years, the Jaguars returned a punt for a touchdown, earning local families $100,000 towards a Dreamfinders home. Lauren Brooks here, letting you know that could be you this season. Visit any Dreamfinders Homes model and register to win the Take It to the House promotion for your chance at scoring $100,000 towards your Dreamfinders home. Dreamfinders Homes, homes built to fit your lifestyle.
If the moments of sexual intimacy with your partner are memories of the past, take note. ED isn't an inevitable part of aging. The urologists of the McKeever Clinic can get you back to feeling like your normal self again. Generic forms of Viagra and Cialis are now available directly at McKeever. Your McKeever doctor will decide if this alternative is right for you, and you can go home the same day with the prescription. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urological care since 1921.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods, and I know you carry Rolex watches, but I know you carry other fine watches too. What are some of those?
Well, we start with Seiko, the most reliable, serviceable watch made for under $500. We also carry the Swiss watch Raymond Weil in ladies, men's, and men's sport watches, and they start at $600. If it's a ladies' diamond fashion watch, you need to look at Michelle. They start at $525. We also carry timepieces from David Yurman, and you need to come see the new Classic collection. These new looks are incredible. There's also the new watch we carry, Philip Stein, the feel-good watch, with natural frequencies inside beneficial to life and health. So if you're interested in watches, we have what you want at Underwoods, and all of our watches carry a 5-year warranty.
That's Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, the shops of Ponte Vedra. At Underwoods, they look forward to serving you. Florida's finest jeweler since 1928. Underwood Jewelers.
Welcome to Moe's! Sick of spending most of your lunch break waiting in a slow drive-through line? Swing by Moe's Southwest Grill drive-thru for fast, fresh food made to order, featuring smart drive-thru technology and personalized fast service. Order in 10 seconds or less. Save your favorite customized menu items and recall past orders for faster service. Stop spending so much time in drive-thrus waiting for your meal. Enjoy your meal. Visit a Moe's drive-thru near you in Bartram Park, St. John's Town Center, and Brunswick, Georgia today.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on The Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Frank Frangie, Hayes Carline, Andrew Gibson, and Lauren Brooks with you until 6 p.m. this evening. Then the Best Bet Poker Show takes over. We're going to talk a little college football here on a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday. So if you're FSU, you're not getting Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, or Lincoln Riley. You're not going to get Brian Kelly to leave Notre Dame to start over.
I don't think so.
Most likely, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So the only other active coaches who have made the college football playoff are Georgia's Kirby Smart. I don't think you're getting him. Texas A&M's Jimbo Fisher. Definitely not.
What do you think about him?
Definitely not.
Think FSU's getting him?
Homecoming.
I don't know that FSU has enough money to pay him, nor would they. Washington's Chris Peterson and Michigan State's Mark D'Antonio.
Okay,
Those are the only other active coaches who have made the college football playoff.
And none of those guys are going to be the Florida State coach. And there's not that many of them that they would expect to be the Florida State.
So Chris Peterson not going to leave Washington. No. And why wouldn't Mark D'Antonio leave? Or would they just not want him anyway?
I don't
Too
think
old defensive guy.
Yeah, and Mark D'Antonio is a really good coach and a tough-nosed defensive coach. I don't think he's a great recruiter.
That'd be a terrible hire.
Yeah,
so
you highly recommend it.
Yeah. So that wouldn't be the hire. So
maybe Gus Malzahn, if he decided to leave Auburn because he's on the hot seat. James Franklin, we've already discussed, not going to leave. So then, once you get past them, you've got either assistants or a group of 5 coaches. That's basically what we're dealing with at this point.
Yeah. So given all of that, we really are looking at probably that group of Mike Norvell and company, right? Isn't that your guess?
That's what I would think. I would think it's going to be between Josh Heupel, Mark Stoops, and Mike Norvell.
I think most people would agree that's probably what you're looking at. So having said all that,
maybe Dave Clawson.
You know what? There could be a surprise guy like that. Now you said the other day, you think they're not. What kind of a roster do you think they're inheriting? What's your opinion?
Well, I think in general, if it was looking at every Power 5 roster, then I think you're inheriting a pretty good roster. But you're not inheriting anything close to what Florida State has been. So you're inheriting a terrible Florida State roster, in my opinion. I mean, who were the young, dazzling players that? We haven't talked. We've talked about 3 players all year. We've talked about Cam Akers. We've talked about Tamorian Terry, and we've talked about Marvin Wilson, and they are all gone. They are all leaving, and so that's what my concern would be is.
And all 3. And by the way, Tamorian Terry's a sophomore, but he's a third-year sophomore,
he's a redshirt
so he can come out.
Right. So I think when you look at it, it starts obviously with the offensive line, but even Tom brought up a great point about the running back depth. They play 2 running backs right now. Right. Well, Akers is leaving, so I think there are numerous issues. Now, if you hire the right guy, then I firmly believe that Florida State can have. It can salvage this class and get to a respectable ranking, and then I think they can go top 3 the next couple of years because they're going to be able to promise early playing time, and I'm sure people will be excited if they were to hire a Bob Stoops. People would be really excited. So I think it will take some time. I don't think it's fair to expect that in year 1. Florida State's going to go 10-2. Because I think these other programs in the ACC aren't going to stay as down as they are right now forever. So I think it's a challenge.
See, you hit right what I was going to say. Their 3 best players are Akers, Terry, and Marvin Wilson. They're NFL players.
I don't even know who I would say is their 4th player.
Probably the free safety. How do you say his name? Hamza. How do you pronounce
Nasruddin.
Nasruddin. Yeah. He's probably their 4th best player. He's a good player. He's an NFL player. So that's probably their 4 best players, okay?
The tight ends are pretty good.
And I was just going to say,
Gabe
and I think Neighbors is okay. McKitty is probably an NFL player. So I was going to say, is he their 5th best player?
Yeah.
But
and Asante Samuel, I think, has played well.
Yeah, but I think the free safety and the 3 we mentioned are, but Hayes, they can all come out, to your point. They can all, and the ones that don't come out can go to the portal. And I mean, if you're Terry,
you're gone.
Yeah, well, let's say, hang on, let me if you're Tamari and Terry for a second. Maybe you're out to the NFL, but maybe the NFL gives you back that thing they do where you check and see, they evaluate it. And what if they tell Tamari and Terry, look, you're a little lean, you have great potential, you're probably a mid-second round guy.
Gone.
Okay, hang on. but maybe you're set mid-second. But are you gone to the draft? Or are you Landon Dickerson and you're gone to Alabama? That's my point. Gone might be gone somewhere else. If I'm Tamari and Terry, and I don't know who the new coach is, my thinking is, okay, I'm mid-second round guy, early third round guy. Maybe I try the league. Or maybe I do what Landon Dickerson did. Landon Dickerson went from a guy that was hurt, not hurt, part of a bad line at FSU, part of a bad team at FSU, to being the Alabama center who might win the national championship. Boom.
But he graduated, right?
Yeah. He was a graduate transfer.
Yeah. So everyone else would have to sit out a year.
Although with the coaching,
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, with
I
the
think
coach
they
leaves,
have
I
a
don't
good case. With being a coach change.
Yeah, so
unless the NCAA really does crack down on it,
right?
Or goes the other way and has that you can transfer one-time rule, which is where I think they're going eventually. So my point is, regardless of where they go, they could really lose their 5, 6, 7 best players. Then you really are looking at a 4 or 5 win team. So how does that affect the new coach? See, that's the thing that I lost sight of is, and you made the point, I think, one of the last couple of days, Hayes, is you're not the coach who takes this job isn't taking over 1999 FSU. They're taking over 2019 FSU. 20 years later, there's not Chris Weinke and Marvin Minnis and name the rest of them. That's not what you're getting. And so does that make the job less attractive if you are pretty sure you're looking at 5 wins your first year? That's the problem. That's why it may be a Mike Norvell. It might be a guy like that because you're less likely to be good out of the gate. And I kind of lost sight of that until it dawned on me that a bunch of guys are leaving. And there's no way Cam Akers isn't in the draft. There's no way Marvin Wilson's not in the draft. Terry, I think, will be in the draft, but I can see how someone could say you're a little lean. But then I think he's at LSU. That's the problem with them. We'll see what happens. All right, let's keep it on college football. Rick Catlett is here. The Jack Sports Council College Football Report is next. So stay with us.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The ball game is over! After you watch the game, discuss it with Hacker and Leon Searcy. The window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter. Presented by Florida Pump Service and Atomac Harley-Davidson Motorcycles on 1010XL.
Hey, if you want a great bank, how about the best bank on the First Coast? That would be Center State Bank. 7 locations in the Jacksonville and St. Augustine areas. They've billed themselves as Florida's business bank because they understand how hard it is to start a business, to maintain a business. Man, if you've got one, you need to go to Center State. But you know what else? What about personal banking? What about just an account? What about just changing your life around, an account for your child? Nobody understands all of it better than Center State. It's the best bank with whom I've ever dealt. Center State Bank, Florida's business bank.
Hi, Peppermint Patty here to remind you, we at March Motors have a simple saying, good credit, bad credit, we don't care.
And this is Jason March. We grew up right here in Jacksonville, and we know what hard work is all about. We have full-size box trucks and cargo vans, perfect for someone who owns their own business and wants to have a quality rig that lasts. Check out our selection on Atlantic Boulevard or start shopping online at marchmotors.com.
And remember, good credit, bad credit, we don't care.
But we do care about you.
Air conditioners.
If you're in Florida, AC is king.
But the Freon that keeps your home cool will be illegal to make in just weeks.
It's part of the destruction of the ozone.
Action News Jax investigates the soon-to-be-banned substance that could leave your heating and AC unit useless, costing you thousands.
Replacing one of those systems is expensive.
But we found a way for you to save money. Before you buy a new AC, watch our special report tomorrow at 5 on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
Fox Tonight. The Masked Singer returns with a 2-hour event.
Somebody came to win!
It's a double unmasking with the biggest celebrity reveals yet.
Who is it?
Think you've seen it all?
This is The Masked Singer. Anything could happen.
Think again.
Wow.
We just witnessed television history.
All new Masked Singer 2-hour event tonight on Fox. Tonight at 8 on Fox 30.
Hacker here. The Veterans and Pre-Black Friday sale is happening now at Mattress Recliner Fit 123. Don't wait. The first 12 qualifying Tempur-Pedic mattress purchasers while quantity